Good morning. As I sit here and I just, I drove all day and I wanted to get to this spot and get this view of this sunrise. And I've got the kids sitting with me and, it's amazing what we can do when we just decide to be fearless and allow ourselves to take that journey, to make that trip and go for it. So as I was sitting here watching the sun begin to rise above the tips of the pines and begin to glisten, not only in my eyes, but across the waters, I decided I would write something. And so I wanted to share that with you because what came out and transpired in my writing was really unbelievable. And sometimes when I sit and I write, I'm blown away by it by the time it comes out, bless you. And I just felt inspired to actually read it out loud. So I titled it Sunrise O'er the Mountains. And it's interesting, there is an old John Denver song that came to my mind when I started to read it back to myself. And I began to hear that tune, sunrise o'er the mountains, looks so lovely, sunrise on the waters makes me smile. So that's the title of the piece that I wrote today. And so I'm going to read that to you because it really came out beautifully and I wanted to share it. So no, it's not memorized, but I hope you enjoy it and I hope it brings a spark to your day, to your week, to your month, to your season, to your life. Some nuggets of wisdom that you can take and apply in whatever area that will help you rise from the inside. As the clock ticks, the moon can play tricks beyond the eye's view. There is much to be learned, still more understood when the day is through. Grounded for stability around me, from within, the earth grows new. With children beside me, I am inside to remind me, alongside the healing waters that guide me. The fresh pines I breathe give way to release the toxicity I leave behind me. In all things, God brings a universe of blessings set right beside me. The smiles, the laughter, the tears of joy, with the sun rising to remind me. It is moments like these I am thankful as I breathe the fresh mountain air amidst the mystery. As the first bird sings from treetops to speak, the last owl sighs a peaceful release before she dozes off to sleep. It is in these moments by the sea I give way to higher things and the abundance of joy that this mountain air brings. I look up to see beyond the forest to speak of these freedoms universal alignment does bring. As I begin a new day, it is indeed a new way to live and love with harmony. These universal truths are God of everything, always new, but few truly ever heal the bruises that bind thee. So today as I type these words to a man whose path crossed mine beyond many lands, the universe delivered our souls in divine time to remind we, to be that friend no one else would ever understand, beyond the ups and downs, cast by shadows, stared down. There is no space the sun cannot find thee. The I am inside, a flame burning bright to help find thee. Me and you and me, the universal truth of enlightening. Like a bolt of lightning, the sun begins shining, and the prisoners of minds are set free from inside thee. After birthrights robbed and identities stolen by masked thieves in the night, falsely living our best lives, without our consent, leaving us for dead to prosper from greed lust, and envy. It makes perfect sense, divine intervention in perfect timing, where the labeled black sheeps would be shown to shine righteously, brightly. It is our time, my brothers, my sisters. The scales will be balanced and reset. Our biggest comeback and ascension yet. A rise the earth has never seen. A love so bright from the highest seat, tucked right inside thee, you and me, within all of humanity from the very beginning. God is good, G. The beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega, the life spring, the air we breathe, the scenery around us, the abundance of all things. If they don't believe it yet, they will. You'll see just who we are, a humanity of higher loving, unstoppable beings. Let freedom ring. Let the truth sing, and the happiness of peace on earth spring. Love you, my brother. Love you, my sister. I am close, and you are not alone. I drove until nearly midnight to be by your side, so my songs of love and healing in peace lifted up for you, your heart would hear, as the sunrise draws this new day near. Today is the first day of the best of your life, as the soulful music begins, as she walks into the spotlight, through the smoke emerging beyond the shadows, taking center stage just as she was made to. The drums find their perfect rhythm, and the band begins to play, sung softly with a progression in the space between her lips, as she shifts the mic and the bass drum kicks. A favorite song she's sung since it was new, by Zach Williams, for those who otherwise would have had no clue. Can you feel it? Do you believe it? If you can see it, come on and testify of love. The smoke continues to clear as her voice and eyes lift, hands trembling beyond the mist of the fog machines of earth itself. The water from the darkness begins to appear. Seeing is believing, and now we're singing. If you can feel it, come on and testify of love. The lights shine brighter as the sun continues to rise, kissing the night skies goodbye, with arms stretched wide and eyes lifted high. That song she loves so much begins to be heard across the mountains and beyond the tides. She continues to sing. There's a better life. Oh, there's a better life. The trees erect, grounded in Earth's atmosphere. Her own standing ovation, and beyond her children, no one her eyes can see is near, and exactly her favorite time of year. From the depths of her soul, she belts words into the universe, a healing dose of grace and gratitude, lifted high to start the new day, sent upwards and outwards for each life that is brave enough to reach out and receive it. 'Cause it's a better life. It's a better life. If you've got pain, oh, he's a pain taker. If you feel lost, oh, he's a way maker. If you need freeing or saving, man, he's a prison shaking savior. If you've got chains, oh, he's a chain breaker. The southern draw is evident in her hangs on the words she's so fond of. And in these truths she sings, wholehearted faith pouring out, entering the universe to bring higher loving peace for all living things. Her voice of power without an ounce of fear or shame, with the innocence of a child, unshakable knowledge that this air she breathes will be delivered universally. Good morning, and have a great and abundantly blessed day. And yes, every word is indeed truer than true. As I finish typing this, I look out to the water I've gazed at so many times before today, but today, a new view. The birds are pure white, not a blackish blue. The darker birds are flying away. Even the devil knew. This voice of truth would set the deserving souls free and reset the world for a more loving humanity. A voice for things to be made new, a voice that sings freedom, the same voice with Daniel in the lion's den. A voice with ground-shaking power is always there in the truth. You see, the truth is of higher love, and that pure love is only ever from above. The original breath that breathed the first love of life in light that is in me and you. God knew what he was doing indeed. 144 times 144 is the mathematical equivalent to light shown through a prism, brings forth perfect rainbows. In case you didn't know, love I am inside. I drove into these city limits at 11:11 last night. I am here with this beautiful mountain view for you. The I am in me is also in you. I came home to rescue me. It is bigger than me. It is bigger than you. It is the secret roots of divine creation, built right within us for preservation of a guaranteed win, hidden in plain sight. Now, how ironic is that? And isn't it ironic? Don't you think it's strange? The free will piece that too much of the world doesn't understand is that we must choose to turn that on and choose to stand in our power. That is why the last name on that list of healing and forgiving for that inner healing in search of peace is our own. We must also forgive ourselves truly, wholly, and see just who we truly are, not at our own tainted eyes view, but in the eyes of Ra, original text, translation, God. This is the final verses of a book I am finishing for you, for me, humanity, all of you. The ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, the uglies, the learning lessons, the laughter, the joy, the tears. All of you, I thank you. Do you understand now, G? I love you. This is higher love. That feeling shared upward and outward for the greatest good of not just yourself, but all living things. Favorite Harley patch on my old black leather jacket. When I die, I'm coming in sliding sideways, saying that was one hell of a ride. I've said it many times, and my friends who know me know that phrase well. But I think from where I stand now, I'll add a new custom one to my new black leather jacket that adds a second line. Thank God for lessons learned when I decided to rise and fly. Your wonk. Love I am inside. That's Aspen Rain lingo for your welcome until she was nearly 5. Be blessed wherever you are in life, abundantly, in all ways, always, from me to you. You all know who you are. You all know the path where you entered my life. Thank you. Be blessed, always.